broadcast for shooters, hunters, and gun enthusiasts. This is the Firearms Radio Network. The bandwidth for this episode of Gun Guy Radio is sponsored by Patriot Patch Company. PatriotPatch.co.
Welcome to episode 186 of Gun Guy Radio. This is a podcast that shines a positive light on the firearms lifestyle. I'm your host, Jake Challand, and this is your weekly dose of positive firearms talk without the politics. Well, weekly, bi-weekly, you know how it goes. Lately, you may have noticed Ryan Machad has been filling in for me more and more, which I really appreciate. Just been super busy with my Amazon business and other businesses, and quite frankly, Ryan does a great job, maybe even better job than I do. So I'm trying something a little new this week. I'm trying a Gun Guy Radio mini episode where I cover a topic in a pretty quick fashion. This might be a one-time thing, never done again, or this might be an ongoing thing if this works out, where I can quickly create a piece of content and put it up, because I just don't, after quitting my day job, I thought I would have loads of free time, but turns out, nope. Heavy seems to have even less free time. Announcement quick here. I thank everyone. I want to give a big thank you to everyone that came out to the Bullpup shoot here out in Mount Carroll, Illinois. Boy, that was really in the middle of nowhere, and I was really impressed to see all the listeners that came out, and really great to meet you guys. I got to shake a bunch of your hands, and really, it was cool seeing you. Thanks for coming out. I may be frequenting a couple gun shows in the northern Illinois region with the Patriot Patch Company selling some of the morale patches and shirts, and also promoting the Firearms Radio Network as well. So maybe I'll run into some of you guys then as well. So, but yeah, thanks for coming out to the shoot and supporting us through our Amazon affiliate link.
Do you shop on Amazon? How about your spouse? Does your mom? Does your company? Why not use the Firearms Radio Network's Amazon affiliate link next time you shop Amazon? Bookmark firearmsradio.tv/Amazon, or click through the Amazon link in the right-hand corner of firearmsradio.tv. Get it? Got it? Amazon it.
Patriot Patch Company makes this episode of Gun Guy Radio possible. Check out the pre-order for the Patriotic Flag 4-pack, where you can get not one patch, not two patches, not three, but four. It includes the Bennington flag from the Revolutionary time period, the Come and Take It flag with the star and cannon and Come and Take It text on it, and the Don't Tread on Me flag with the classic yellow background with the snake on it, and the Confederate flag as well. That's only $34.87 for all four flag morale patches, and they're high quality PVC, and they ship free, and they should be coming to me within a month or so. I should have them and be shipping them out. So pre-order, just a few weeks left on this, but first come, first serve. These will be a limited run. So check it out. Patriot Patch Company, patriotpatch.co. Also have other cool stuff like In God We Trust patches and diversity t-shirts. I wonder what that is. Check it out, patriotpatch.co. Well, let's get into the Gun Guy Radio mini main topic here. This is based off of a article, an op-ed piece over on guns.com. by Jeffrey Denning. Got a link to it in the show notes. And the title of the article is The 4 Types of Shooters. I'm going to just go over this fairly quickly here. Read just some of it for you. The complete article is in the show notes, like I said. So he says the first type is the unconscious incompetent. Here's a shooter who doesn't know what he doesn't know. On top of that, this is a student shooter who does not believe the trainer when he tells him that he's doing something wrong. Number 2, conscious incompetent. This type of shooter is much more self-aware. He understands he cannot shoot that well, and that's a good thing about this type of shooter because acknowledging this means he can be trained. This shooter is well aware of their limitations, check their ego at the door, and is open to learning. Number 3 is conscious competent. This student is self-aware and has learned and developed competent shooting skills because of this. Unlike number 2, this means they have acquired the ability to assess and understand what they are doing right and wrong and what it takes to make fixes. Number 4 is this is where the muscle memory number 4 is called unconscious competent. This is where muscle memory and competency meet. Skilled tactical and technical behaviors are basically automated in the shooter like this. This type of shooter has the right mindset, has put in the work and many times over and over again, and can now perform single or multiple actions during a lethal confrontation or competition, I suppose, as well. So that's where he kind of outlines. So where do you lie? I mean, I think many of us have maybe been at one stage of this in our life, or another. Unconscious incompetent seems like the worst type of quote unquote shooter where you don't know how bad you are. You don't think you're that bad. You think you're good. You think you're doing the right things. I've probably been guilty of that when I was younger, quite honestly, in some aspects, and not in just shooting, but in other areas of life too. But conscious incompetent is where that your eyes are open. You're like, whoa, I kind of suck at this. I need to improve on this, and that. And I'm probably in that stage in quite a bit of areas of my life right now where I'm self-aware. As you get older, your eyes open a little more, and you're like, huh. Yeah, I guess I wasn't always right about that. Just heard a horn honking. That's UPS driving in with deliveries for my Amazon business. So, like I said, doing this quick and dirty without editing. And then the conscious competent, the student is self-aware and has learned and developed competent shooting skills. So, I think that's where a lot of us are trying to get for regular shooters. And then the unconscious competent is more of a person, I'd say more like a competition shooter or a person that, maybe they just practice for self-defense, but it's someone that gets out there on the range every week, maybe multiple times a week, and just really drives at improving any deficiencies that they may have. So, think about that. It's an interesting thing to think about here. And just have a few, wanted to read a few of the comments to this article. And comments are Johnny Shoot Stuff. Or wait, I wanted to read this one first. Rick Olson, he says there are 4 types of instructors. The self-important blowhard. The instructional period is more about him and less about his students. He likes the sound of his own voice, and instructional points cannot be made in 250 words or less. Often he loses track of the point he was trying to make in the first place. Then we have the militant know-it-all instructor. This guy shuts down his students' ability to learn by berating and snapping at them. Correction is stern, unforgiving, and students lose focus on the class and more from him being a jerk. The antidote instructor, his classes are boring and filled with a bunch of antidotes for every type of shooting, speaks in a monotone, and is brilliant in carrying his students to look at their watches, fall asleep, and chat amongst themselves. And then the hapless instructor comes to the class unorganized, struggles presenting the material, doesn't know the material very well, and cuts corners on the range. These classes are painful and may I add, quite possibly be dangerous. And he says a good instructor, which I guess there would be 5 types of instructors if there's a good type. He outlines, and which of course there are, he outlines a good instructor is organized, follows his own lesson plan, affords students the opportunity to ask questions, ensures he answers the question, and when teaching, does so in a positive, proactive manner. Even pig-headed students can push through their own egos when the material is presented properly and effectively. And then another commentator, Johnny Shoot Stuff, says you really need to break it down between gun owners, break it out between gun owners and shooters. There are plenty of gun owners who do little more than keep a gun in a drawer. In my experience, there are 3 types of gun owners. One has a gun, keeps it at home, rarely looks at it, hasn't fired it in years, and I'll add, if ever. 2 has a gun, shoots 200 rounds a year, and has a CCW permit. And I also add in there, maybe has a CCW permit. And number 3 says, has guns, shoots competitively, shoots thousands, if not tens of thousands of rounds a year. He says, I haven't really seen too much of a deviation. This number 1 gun owner is the one who scares me, the one that just has a gun in a drawer, never shoots it. Number 2 at least gets out and shoots a little bit. And number 3 is one who spends his or her weekend putting holes in things. Yeah, pretty interesting. It's always good to kind of take a step back and evaluate where you are as a shooter, as a gun owner. Some of this may vary just on your stage of experience and stage of life even. Like if you have a bunch of kids like I do, it's very difficult to get out and shoot as much as we could when we were single or when we had just 1 or 2 kids. You may be working 2 jobs, and your workload may just not permit you to be the kind of shooter that you want to be someday. So, life does get in the way of some of this, but it's good to be, I guess, a little more intentional to where you want to be down the road. And so, check out the article on guns.com. Got a link right here in the show notes. There's much more to it, and feel free to leave your comment on their site as well as ours, gunguyradio.com/186. Patriot Patch Company makes this episode possible. That's right. Check it out. We have the In God We Trust patch pre-order going on. Those will ship by December 1st, possibly sooner. And also check out the t-shirts over there. We've got lots of new t-shirt designs at Patriot Patch Company, patriotpatch.co. And Ryan Crosshunter Design, he's the brains behind all the designs over at Patriot Patch Company, and he also can design your own website or branding, your logos, everything, business cards. hunterofdesign.com, hunterofdesign.com if your business, personal brand needs an overhaul. That about wraps us up, so let me know what you thought about this episode, this mini episode of Gun Guy Radio. You can email me at jake@firearmsradio.tv. Always read all my emails. Don't always have time to respond to all of them. jake@firearmsradio.tv. Remember to subscribe to us on iTunes. Please consider joining the NRA and the Second Amendment Foundation. And don't forget to check out all the other awesome shows here on the Firearms Radio Network and shop that Amazon affiliate link, firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. You can bookmark that. Well, thanks for listening, and I'll see you maybe next week, maybe sooner.
This has been a production of the Firearms Radio Network. You can find more information at firearmsradio.tv.
The president of the Firearms Radio Network wants us to record a commercial for our show.
What are we going to do?
I don't know, man. It's like I'm freaking out over here. What should we do?
We could talk about our guests, some of the great people that we've had on the show.
Like gun manufacturers, part manufacturers, gun personalities on YouTube, people who write books about guns, TV personalities, all these different things, but I don't know how to put that into words.
Yeah, or the fact that we're funny, but we're informative. I mean, how do we get that out there to the people?
I don't even know. It's like, how do you explain that we're going to make you laugh, but we're also going to teach you how to build an AR-15?
Yeah, I'm lost on this one, man. We are screwed.
I don't know what to do. I mean, if I had to put it into words, I'd say something like, a hilarious podcast about guns, gear, gadgets, and the issues that affect responsible gun owners everywhere. Howard Stern for the gun world.
That's perfect. Hey, if you want to hear or find it, where do you look?
WeLikeShooting.com/show.
I'll be there.
I'll be back. Welcome to the We Like Shooting Show, episode 106.